The graph panel allows point, line and bar graphs to be created for any of the metrics monitored by Statseeker, with the ability to plot multiple metrics for multiple entities on a single graph. In this video, we'll run through some of the panel configuration options while we iterate through a few versions of a basic interface utilization graph. Here we have a dashboard which is already configured with a couple of variables, one for groups on the server and the other for the devices. And the devices variable is referencing the group variable for its content. I'll add a graph panel and open in edit mode. Now to graph interface traffic, I'll set the object to interface and select the fields that we want to display on the graph. I can browse through the tree to select RxUtil and set the format to values, or simply type the name to filter the list. If I hit refresh now, I get the first 50 series returned in the response, and those are displayed in the panel. I can supply a filter to return a specific device, or a specific port on that device. And I can also use the variables to dynamically update the panel. If we're displaying multiple interfaces, then we need to be able to identify them. So I'll add some labels, device name and interface name. I don't really want every interface. Let's just grab the three most active. So I'll sort by outbound average, descending, and set the limit to 3. Let's improve the presentation. In the Axis tab, I'll set the unit for the y-axis to percent and highlight the legend on the side. If I wanted to invert the y-axis for inbound traffic, I head to the Display tab and select a series override. I've got a list of the currently displayed series, but the panel's dynamic, so let's add a simple regex filter to capture any inbound series. And select Transform, -y. Back in Display, we can go to Draw options, and I'll change it to a bar graph and remove the line. Back on the graph, I can mouse over to view the values at that point in time. I can select a series to isolate it, zoom in on any point in time on the graph, or report on a different time period entirely. That's a quick look at the graph panel.